I want to make it very clear that I am speaking individually. I realize as an individual rep for my own district that a number of people on my side of the aisle do not support this bill. And I respect that. And I likewise know they respect my position. But this is an issue that I have not always embraced. I'm a former prosecutor, for those of you that don't know this. I was a prosecutor for 9 years in Kendall County. I have probably voted 99.99% of the time with law enforcement and in my time in the Illinois General Assembly. I've sponsored bill after bill that gets tougher on crime, drug cases, etc. I have spent a lot of time with law enforcement, and I have supported them, and they have supported me. And I realize where they are on this bill, and I realize where others are on this bill, but I, with the utmost respect, totally disagree with where they are on this bill. And this did not come easily for me. I struggled with whether or not I should support this bill. And I realized the arguments against it from both law enforcement and from the substance abuse side and from others. I'm not unaware of those issues and those concerns. And I speak about that from some personal history, not my own, but from people I know close to me. But as I started listening to people and talking to people around this state on the issue of medical marijuana, it became apparent to me that, in my opinion, it was the right thing and the compassionate thing to consider and to ultimately support. I talked to people struggling with diseases and illnesses, and I want to applaud Representative Lang from where he was 6 months ago to where he is with this bill today. It is a dramatically different piece of legislation. Some would have argued 6 months ago that it was very vague and broad. If you look at it today and you look at the illnesses listed that would make you eligible for medical marijuana, from cancer to Crohn's to MS to lupus to ALS, you realize that they are very specific illnesses that are very, very horrific in many cases. And as I then talked to people in the medical community, physicians, oncologists, nurses assistants, they would tell me that there were only, in these instances, medical marijuana was the only thing that provided relief to people with these illnesses. The only thing. And I started asking myself, why can't we, in this year, in this state, find relief for people going through their darkest days with these, I think, 19 to 20 illnesses that Representative Lang has listed? We can't say to them, we can make your life a little better, whether you're in hospice or whether you're not in hospice, or whether you're about to die or you hopefully aren't going to die because you're struggling with an early stage of an illness. Shouldn't we be able to provide for them the best relief and the best available source to do that? Why would we say no to that? Why would we say no to that? So Representative Lang said, I'm going to make this as strict and as tough a bill as I can. I'm going to make sure the workplace doesn't change. If you're drug-free, you stay drug-free. If you are concerned about the chronic pain argument, you don't have to worry about it in this bill. If you're worried about California because they have 2,100 dispensaries, we have 59. He has done his best to limit the availability and make sure there is less potential for abuse. One of the other things that struck me about this bill is, and this issue is, I had a couple situations where I talked to, they didn't specifically tell me, but some friends of friends had some loved ones struggling with some of these illnesses. And they went to find marijuana for their loved one. They went to find medical marijuana or marijuana for their loved one. And they got it. And it made life a little better at that moment for that person. And as someone said to me, why should those individuals have risked their professional careers? They could have been arrested for possession. Why should they have risked their professional careers because they were trying to make life better for somebody they cared about and somebody they loved? I don't think that's what we want to do. I don't think that's the way we should operate. And I don't think that's the way we should treat people struggling with these various diseases and illnesses. If you have not looked at this bill, and you have not looked at the 19 illnesses on there and the people that would be eligible for medical marijuana, I would strongly encourage you to look at that before you vote on this bill. The people that will be eligible are, I would submit to you, not in any position or condition or have any interest in abusing the use of medical marijuana. These are about as bad as they get when it comes to illnesses. So again, I respect all of the folks in this chamber that don't support this. I clearly respect and appreciate where many of the members of my caucus are. But for the reasons I've highlighted, I'm going to support this bill. And as I said, it didn't come easily. But Representative Lang has gone a long way in making this bill better. And I think the folks in this state that are struggling with the diseases and the illnesses that we've talked about deserve an opportunity to have a comfortable and a physical life and time that can be better than it is for them right now. And I, for those reasons, will be voting yes. Thank you, Representative Lang.